All right. Backtesting session. Another one. Probably gonna be backtesting. A decent amount until we can get at least that first payout. Because kind of struggling here, you know. Let's get straight into it. No more waiting. 4 hour gap right here. Actually, let's see what the daily looking like. Uh, we still have this. Looks like an NWOG to fill. There's a gap right here overlapping with the NWOG. A daily fair value gap. Let me make sure you have a CE of that marked out, right? Um, there's that NWOG to fill. Lines up with that. We have a 4 hour gap right here and a minor rejection block. Nothing crazy, minor rejection block, right? Um, this upper area of it, there's also a gap right here inside of the gap or inside the rejection block. It's a slight BPR as well. No, it is a BPR. It lines up pretty well. Um, I'm gonna try to implement more like SMTs on my trades to see, how that's gonna work out. But maybe that'll be the thing that helps me get back into it. Yo, I hate how this indicator doesn't work properly whenever you're backtesting on the 15 minute. It works on a 15 minute for some reason. I don't know. Oh, wait. Uh, yes, yeah. Why doesn't it work on the lower time frames? It's just that's really weird. That's mad weird, right? Which is the lowest time frame I can see it on? 5 minute, 3 minute, 2 minute, but not the 1 minute. That's very odd. I see that we have a slight SMT here. Alright, that's mad weird. Came up off of this SMT. We have an SMT and we're going into this bearish block. That bearish block is also inside that. I could see shorts off that. We're also seeing a massive rejection wick, right? Um, yo, let's just put a sell limit right there. As for the fib, right? Let's see. It's near the 0.79. Let me use my standard deviation though. See if we can get anything a bit more accurate. You have 2.5 right there. Nothing crazy, nothing crazy. Let's use a 20-point stop here. We already have an SMT going on. Let's target about 70 points. Alrighty. 2.5 hit. We had an SMT going on. I see that. 2 minute again. No SMT there. We have an SMT, a minor SMT right here. I'd like to see a bigger SMT off of this right here. We have that SMT. We have the rejection block. If we were actually live trading, we'd see the SMT forming. If I can get a trade off that, I'll be happy. Oh my god. I want to be able to see the SMTs in real time. Do rejection blocks formed by SMTs work better? That's the question, though. You have an SMT going on? We have a crazy SMT. I'm assuming this order block. Yeah. Yo, hold on. Is that a method? Hold on. Order blocks after an SMT has been formed. You tap into it, tap into the order block, you end up going up. Maybe that's the method, bro. We're up to, yo, why is are my losses not showing? Hello? Yo, that's so weird. Why is trading you like that, bro? Whatever. To hold on. All right, let's just get rid of that. All right, we're seeing signs of exhaustion. We have an SMT going on. We're inside of this rejection block and an order block. I'm probably gonna go on a lower time frame. Let's just limit. Yo, put your sell limit. 20-point stop loss. All right, target whatever that is. All right, we ran for about 40 points. That's not bad at all. We did end up hitting stop loss, unfortunately, on that trade. Then we chop around for a bit, and we end up going lower. All right. How could we have avoided that loss? Let's see. Um, we gonna fib this out right here, right? And what do I see? What do I see? This is 7.5. We have 0.75 on the 1 hour. Can't even go on the 1 hour, can we? For this 30-minute, 15-minute. All right. What do I see here? The 705 lines up. Not it doesn't line up at all with the CE, but whatever. We're inside a 15-minute order block, right? No fair value gap, unfortunately. On the 5-minute, edge that. Hmm, it's not even like. Is there a standard deviation level that would have gotten us that level? That lined up? Let's see. 2.5 lined up pretty well. 2.5, rejection block, SMT. I see that happening. I'm gonna skip to the next day. Let's clear my charts. It looks a mess. Missed 930, unfortunately. It's all good though. On the 4 hour, what do I see? My main target, my main thing that interests me. We have a rejection block, 4 hour, inside a 4 hour fair value gap, right? We see if this could work too. This rejection block inside of these gaps. But I much rather see something like this happening. Uh, hmm. Rejection block for value gap. 30-minute, what do I see? Nothing crazy. Just this. I'll see if we can end up getting an SMT down here, and if we do, then maybe we can just take this long right here. It's also inside of a low value node, but let's see. 2 minute, no SMT. SMT formed. SMT broken. We have an SMT going onto that. I'd rather an SMT like this. We see the exhaustion happening. I'm gonna take a short right here. There's also an SMT that I think. No, no, no. Is it broken yet? Yeah, it got broken recently. Yeah, whatever. There's exhaustion there. I wish there was SMT between these two assets, but whatever. Uh, hmm. How could we have avoided that? Let's see. On the 4 hour, actually, let me check the daily. I forgot to check that. No idea. We still have the end walk to be filled though. On the 4 hour, we have this fair value gap, right? That's where at the CE of it. Oh, yikes, yikes, yikes. All right, let's see. We have this fair value gap. We did end up edging it, unfortunately, so we couldn't have even have used that for confluence. Uh, hmm. Why is it not showing that SMTs on the 1 minute? It's just really annoying. Uh, this right here. I would have seen this SMT, and I would have, seen that we're also inside this 1 hour. Is it a fair value gap? Was that it? No, a 4 hour gap, right? Yeah, we're near the CE of the 4 hour gap. We have an SMT going on, a low value node, right? According to standard deviation, could we have taken anything? Not really. What if we did it like that? What if we look at the body? Minus 2.25, minus 2. I guess I could have seen that, right? Also have an SMT going on. Take a short. I definitely could have seen that coming if I had my SMCs on the 1 minute. I don't know why it's not working. It's very weird. Whatever. Alright, from my last trade, it seems that rejection blocks formed by SMTs work pretty well. So I'm just gonna limit this right here. Even though it's not the actual rejection block, these work pretty well, and assuming this doesn't break structure, it should just tap into this area and then head back lower. Assuming it does not break structure. Um, I broke structure. We're not bullish. Wish I understood draws and liquidity better. I could probably trade better. Um, no SMT between those. I do see this SMT happening though. I see a slight exhaustion happening. That's the other fair value gap. We tapped into it. We're having exhaustion. Uh, all right. That's enough to get us back in the green. Yo, what the hell? Do my losses not count? Oh no, never mind. All right, we have that. Let's fib this out. Actually, I do still think that we're bullish, even though we're closing below. We see these wicks and we see, hey, we are having trouble going. We're having trouble going lower. Buyers are still in control. Sellers are having a slight pushback. This is like a retracement, but at the end of the day, that's it. Trying to catch the overall, the larger trend. We have this unfilled 5 minute below us. Maybe we can tap into that or something of that sort and head back higher. Fib, we have 0.5 and 618 and 705, right? Let's standard deviate that. I'm just gonna use the wick. Nope, can't do that. Never mind. Wick to body. We have -2 right there. I see the exhaustion happening. Is there an SMT? There is an SMT. I'm just gonna put a buy limit at the CE of that order block. I'm gonna use a 20 point stop loss. Decent size TP. All right. I'm really considering if I should be using SMTs or not. Maybe I should just use sequential SMTs. Those seem to work way better. After I post this video, I'm probably gonna go back and try to relearn auction market theory along with quarterly theory because those seem to be working pretty good. All right. What do I see here? Crazy Wigs. We got an IVG. Yo, hold on, hold on. I'm gonna place a bottom limit right here. But I remember back in the day, I used to use IVGs. So let's see if it'll work. This is just a calm one to two. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What if I combined my current knowledge with IFVGs. What I see here, value area high. We have an order block, so technically maybe bullish trend, but we'll feel to break the high. If you have an IFVG and a CISD, nope. We tapped into the gap, engulfing candle. Uh, yo, I remember when I used to trade engulfing candles. Let me see if it'll work though. That's what I used to do back in the day. Engulfing candle. So bearish. Ooh, nah. Failed IFVG. Hold on, I'm gonna try IFVGs again, just for old time's sake, you know. Uh, all right, let's wait till it's 9 a.m. Must have been news. What do I see here? I see a massive sequential SMTs between something, right? I'm gonna use the rejection block. No, let's wait for an IFVG actually. Um, let's go back up. Usually I would just limit the CE of the rejection block, but let's see. Also, it seems like it's bank holiday. So yeah, I did limit the CE. 10-point stop. No, 20 points. I would have gone. Let's see. I want an IFVG here. Now the next candle will decide it. Oh, I would have entered on this candle, and then 14 points. This is a bank holiday. I'm pretty sure this is a bank holiday. All right, we have our CISD as well. I'm gonna assume that this gap is gonna hold. I usually like with my actual strat, I don't even take trades based off of value gaps, but let's assume that gap holds. Stop loss hit. Let's look at my strat. Also, this is the bank holiday, or something, but this is too choppy. Was that the end of a week? Yeah, it was. All right, what do I see? We have a massive SMT off that and that, right? Not only do we have that crazy SMT, but we are inside a rejection block as well, right? This higher time frame 4 hour rejection block. Anything on the 1 hour? Actually, let's go on the daily. Crazy wick. We have this gap inside. I think we're gonna go inside that gap, that unfilled gap, and we're gonna head back lower. 30-minute, anything? Nothing much, nothing much. Kind of a small BPR right here though. Right? Even inside that gap. Let me hop on 1 minute. Let me standard deviate this. Let's see what's happening. 4.5. Oh, I don't know if I want that. Accident. Just violence. 4.5 again. I'd mainly want shorts in this type of area up here. We'll also have that. On the 15-minute, any 5-minute, are there no order blocks that I can take trades off of? Like micro ones? To tell you the truth, she ain't lying to you. Small, very small, rejection block right there. Maybe you can take a trade off that. What? Huh? We had minus 4.5 right there. Did the SMT hold? Yeah, we did. Oh wait, yo, I hate when it's like this, bro. Whatever. We had an SMT right there. We had 4.5, both lining up. I wish it lined up better with something else, but that's it. Say we take the CE of those 4.5s, right? Or just saw this massive wick and said, hey, I want to be in. We could just limit 4.5 again, target 100 points. Would we have gotten edge? No, we would have hit 4.5. That's 140. On the 2-minute, what do I see? SMT right here. SMT IFVG. SMT IFVG. 80 points. But then again, also 80 point stop loss. That's a 1-to-1. SMT right here. Stop. Ooh. Maybe straight out the rejection block. Say you saw that happening. SMT. A bit odd. Anyways, I think I'm gonna end off this video here for today, and I'll probably revisit it later. But it's like 1:20, 1:30. I'm gonna get shut off my day. And yeah.